Hey, warrior friends. Happy Tuesday. Today we have a new warrior conversation that I am so excited to dive into together and introduce you to my warrior friend, Jen. Jen recently wrote a book. Hey, Jen, I see you hopping in. And Courtney, Jen recently wrote a book that we're going to talk about today, Unpacking a 1 Year Quest. Hey, Annette. And as we get Jen into our conversation today, I would love to see where you're joining us from. So drop a comment, let us know you are joining us. I see you, Jen. I'm getting you in, I think. Hang tight, everybody. Hey, Annette. Hey, Courtney. All right, so I'm clicking the accept button and it's not letting me accept Jen yet. So we're going to figure this out in 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to invite you to join, Jen, and we will see if that works. Hey, Courtney, so glad you're joining us today. All right. Hey, Jen, what I'm going to recommend is, oh, there we are.
Did it work?
Yay!
Oh, good.
Hey! Oh, and you are styling. I love your earrings.
Ah, thank you. Can you hear me okay? This
Yes,
is my first Instagram live.
I feel honored, seriously.
Sorry, it
Can
booted
you hear me?
me off.
Oh, you're good. It's happened to me with other people before. You're totally fine. Have you, can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay.
Yes, you look beautiful.
Well, thank you. I have to say, so y'all, a little heads up, we are sharing Jen's Becoming story in a couple weeks, and I almost wore a hat for today's conversation because you had the coolest hat on when we filmed your Becoming story.
I know. Anytime I have a bad hair day, I'm wearing a hat, so that's like most days, I guess. But
I'm with you. And also, hats are just cute. I'm about it.
yeah,
So,
yes.
yes. Well, I'm so excited for today's warrior conversation. And I'm also going to let you know Amazon made me a little sad today because I have my own copy of Do These Sweatpants Make Me Look Single on their way. And it was supposed to be here before our conversation.
Oh my gosh.
And it was running late.
Of
So I was
course.
so bummed. I know, seriously. But as we dive in, we're really unpacking this really cool 1 year quest that you embarked on.
Yes.
And before we go there, I would love to just have you introduce yourself for anyone who maybe doesn't know who you are yet or is a new friend to Jen.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Thanks for having me, Em. My name is Jen Carlson. I am the author of a book. I did bring my copy. Do These Sweatpants Make Me Look Single? My 1 year quest to level up in health, faith, money, and love. And it came out in January. And so I'm a foster mom. I'm an author. I'm an esthetician, sales rep for a skincare company, and live in Denver, Colorado.
Well, you are a warrior. And as I shared a couple minutes ago, y'all, we are sharing Jen's whole Becoming story in just a few weeks. And the second we had our first conversation, like, I love you. I'm inspired by you. And I'm so encouraged by how, well, thank you. And I'm encouraged by like how you're pursuing becoming who God made you to be.
Yeah.
For those of you who maybe are new to who I am the founder and host of BecomingMeTV. My name's Emily, and I get to share people's stories all the time, which is so much fun for me. And I get to meet warriors like Jen and just cheer you on as you're becoming you. So I'm ready to dive into your book because I can't wait to read it and I can't wait to learn more. So I think the thing, Jen, that I'm the most intrigued by, and I want to kick it off with, is like, what's the story behind the story? Like, what inspired you to write this book?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it was a book that came out of, it's a true story. It's a memoir. And I'll give kind of the backstory and which is kind of how the book even starts. I'll give that away. But my sister and I, she was in her late 20s, I was in my early 30s, and we were both just as single could be. And just also on top of that, feeling like life was passing us by. We both were in our careers. She was a youth director. I was, in my sales aesthetics training career. And so there wasn't like, we had good stuff happening in life, but we were dreaming for more and feeling very stuck. And in fact, the story kind of sets out with both of us just laying on our couches, like Ben and Jerry's in hand on a Friday night, watching rom-coms by ourselves. She was living out of state in Idaho. I was here in Denver. And just, we both were talking on the phone that night and realizing like we felt like something was missing, but we weren't necessarily sure it was love. And so that's kind of how the story goes, is like two women who were wanting to not be single, but also who had, like, we're just stuck financially and stuck in our health and just feeling like we weren't getting out there and really exploring and living life to the fullest. And so that's how the story begins. Two very stuck women and who end up starting a dating competition against each other to get out of our ruts. And then the comedy and the tragedies ensue from there.
I love that. I also have a sister, and so I like resonate with your story, and I'm just so truly excited to read it. And I want to ask you too, without giving too much away, because
Yeah.
y'all, I want you to go buy Jen's book and read it, but without giving it all away, like give us a little bit of an overview of the format of the book, like, and some of the journey of this quest.
Yeah. Yeah. So it's a 6-month challenge, and we were very detailed in our point system. Everything had a lot of intention behind it. We kind of joked we wanted to really push ourselves to start approaching more guys, to going on lots of dates. And, we were both two Christian single women, so we're like, let's try to keep out of like Girls Gone Wild episodes, but also try to really push ourselves to get out there. And so our point system was, we had 6 different months, and each month had a different theme. And so I'll kind of breeze through some of the themes, but the first month was conversation starters. We got points for walking up and striking up conversations with single men. We had a list, like I literally had a little list that I kept in my pocket of my purse, and of one-liners. And they weren't like, we kind of would joke about like, hey, cupcake, did my lips taste like bacon, or is it just me? I mean, we didn't use those type of pickup lines, but they were just like really applicable. Like at the grocery store, hey, have you tried either of these before? Which one do you prefer? But it was just trying to break out of our Then we had a month called Learning to Speak Man, where we had a list of 30 mantivities that we had to check off. And so those activities were stereotypical, like guy stuff. And we knew that women would like that stuff too. But I'll tell you, Em, like that was one of the months that was the most, such a game changer in my dating life. Just doing all these kind of comical, like, I don't know, we would read Sports Illustrated. We would really like dive into the world of men, and we would go to different sporting events and play different sports. And I would say it just helped me come alive as a single woman too. And then, some of the other challenges, man, we had so many things, but just venues was another one where we just like pushed ourselves. We got points for going to new locations. We had a whole list of venues that we were going to try. So I ended up going speed dating and to wine tasting events and to all this stuff that just, I mean, and I am awkward as awkward can be when I'm in these situations. So I had to really learn how to boost my confidence and stretch myself. So it was comical, and had some heartache in there as well.
Well, it sounds like what an adventure that you really were on with your sister, and a cool adventure to do with your sister too. Just something you'll have forever that you did together.
Right.
I'm curious, is there something that maybe you learned and discovered about yourself that you were surprised by?
Right. You know, I was on a personal journey as well, which I go through in the book. The dating competition is the focus of the book, and it's 6 months long. But I was on a personal discovery journey as well, as a woman who was single in her 30s, feeling really stuck financially and in my health and in my faith as well. And so in addition to our dating competition, I was going through these other challenges, really trying to get out of my student loan and car debt. In a city, I live in Denver, where it's very high priced. I wanted to buy a home someday. I felt like it would never happen for me.
Mm.
And so I was on this other kind of side journey that's woven throughout the book, in small pieces. And I would say one of the things I learned about myself and about God was just, if you if I think I always would crunch the numbers as far as like finances, like how much would it take to get out of debt or buy a home or to do all these things, which is good. But I would see how I would be falling short of those goals. And so I felt like I would give up easily. And this year in particular, I didn't give up, and I really involved my faith in the journey. And I can't even tell you the transformation that happened in my financial life that year. And I felt like it was God saying, like, bring what you have and trust me to surprise you. And he did. He surprised me, and he changed my financial life that year.
That's amazing. I love that. And how you even just said, bring what you have and trust me to surprise you.
Yeah.
Like, that's an amazing truth that we can all hold on to.
Yeah.
I've heard you say a couple times too that you felt stuck, and some of even the inspiration for you and your sister embarking on this adventure was you didn't want to feel stuck in the same spot anymore.
Right.
So talk to the person who's watching or listening to this conversation later who feels stuck.
Yep.
And maybe it's not relationally, but maybe it's like you've talked about financially, spiritually, but they just feel stuck and they don't know how to take that step forward to really experience breakthrough.
Yep. I am the queen of looking to the left, looking to the right. What's this person doing? What's that person doing? And that year I just looked straight ahead. I looked right at what can I do? Maybe I can't change everything about my life, but I can change something. And that became my theme, is taking the teeniest, tiniest little things that I could change every day. And for 1 year, I kept that pedal steady. I had accountability. I mean, I really just started showing up badly. I talk about that in the book, and you see it. It's a memoir, a tell-all memoir. And so I just start showing up really badly, Emily, and I share embarrassing conversations that I have with men that are hilarious and awkward. I share dates where I was completely rejected. I share about, where I started to go out to eat so much that it started to impact, my finance. It started to drag me back down with my finances. But I would kind of go back, take a look at where I was at, and I would start to just show up badly again and again and again. And at the gym too, I just would show up to the gym. And I started to notice, you don't notice it while it's happening, but 6 months of showing up really badly, you look behind you and you are a different person. A year of showing up badly, I'll give like one spoiler alert, but I went on going from 0 dates to going on 41 dates in 6 months. Wow. And I won't tell you all of like the love, exciting love stuff that happened along the way, but it was so transformative. And it was because no matter if I got rejected, no matter if a conversation went badly, no matter if I thought I wasn't attractive enough or funny enough or whatever, I just kept showing up, and the transformation came. It just comes. It comes.
Oh,
so
I
guess
that.
That's
so
my encouragement. Maybe that was a tangent, but that's my encouragement for someone to just show up badly day after day, and you'll be bad at that workout. You're going to be bad at that, like financial plan for a little bit. You're going to be bad at maybe dating if that's a hurdle for you for a little bit. But just keep showing up badly, learn from each step, and change will come.
Oh, that's so encouraging. Thank you for sharing that. show up badly and you will see the transformation.
Yes.
I love it. That's amazing. Jen, if somebody was listening and they wanted to go get your book, to read it, to connect with you online, where can they find you on all the things?
Yes. Yeah, so my book, Do These Sweatpants Make Me Look Single? This book is on Amazon, Barnes& and Noble. You can order it through your local bookstores as well. And let's see, what else? You can find me, I do have a website, jencarlson.com, and my Instagram here is _Jen Carlson.
Love it. And y'all stay tuned for Jen's Becoming story because it's so good. That will be at BecomingMe.tv in the coming weeks. And Jen, is there anything else that you would want to share to encourage people as we wrap up today's warrior conversation?
Man, I would say just choose your goals and don't let your future fears or past disappointments get in the way of becoming the person you want to be. Those are part of our stories, and they're going to make us better because of it.
Drop the mic. I can't wait to go back and rewatch this conversation and take notes. So good. Seriously,
Thanks.
you're such an encouragement to me. I so appreciate you. And just thank you for being who you are. You're a gift.
Yes, back at you. This was so much fun. Thanks for having me.
Thank you. And thank you all for joining us tonight. So appreciate your time on this Tuesday for this warrior conversation. And Jen, thank you for pouring into us. I appreciate you. And I'm cheering all of you on big time as you're becoming who God made you to be. Have a good night.
Thanks, Em.